Hello my fellow degenerates and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we have a great episode planned and we're going to be talking about the NFT market overall and my personal thoughts on it. We're going to be talking about the problems, the issues, and I'm also going to rant for a little bit. So we're going to jump right into it, and as always, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. Alright everyone, so jumping right into it, the first thing that I did want to talk about in this YouTube video is the overall sentiment on NFTs and how people think it's so easy to make money. So this is a big problem, and I think it can rub people off the wrong way, and it can also lead people to make really bad decisions. Maybe I am also part of the problem, but this narrative that it's easy to make money in the NFT space is simply untrue. And I even put out a tweet or a poll on my Twitter asking, how many people are in profit and how many are down, and it was around 50-50, and overall that is very shocking. And it actually was a great reality check. A lot of times people on Twitter will always post their wins and they will always show how much money they made, and they will never talk about how much money they lost. So I know it's super easy to go and look at other people and how much money they're making, and when you see that posted on Twitter, you're gonna think, wow, it must be so easy to make money on NFTs. This guy became a millionaire, this guy made $100,000, this guy paid off his college, this guy paid off a house. But in reality, that is a very slim amount of cases in the NFT space, and you have to remember that there's only around 1 million total wallets trading NFTs right now. So it is a very small subset of people, and a lot of the people who do move the market just are whales that have a ton of money. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. And another thing that I wanted to hit on and emphasize is that nobody talks about their losses. So if you're down a little bit on NFTs, or if you just came into the NFT space thinking you're going to be a millionaire, that's just simply not the case, and it will lead you to making a lot of bad decisions. You're going to be over investing in projects, you're not going to be doing the proper research, and you're going to be thinking that you can buy almost anything and it will go up. However, that just simply is not the case. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. I personally think that a lot more people have lost money than made money in the entire NFT space. I think that a lot of the top people just know how to play the market really well, and they are basically using that to their advantage. And now there's this narrative that everyone's making money and everyone's getting rich and we're all gonna make it, when that just simply isn't true, because you're trading against other people, and whenever you trade against other people, inevitably someone is going to lose out a little bit. The next thing that I did want to talk about in this YouTube video is gonna be the luck aspect, and I don't even think that I personally covered this on the YouTube channel, and I will probably fault myself for this, but a lot of people don't emphasize the amount of luck that does go into NFTs. I know there's a lot of strategies that even I talk about, but there's also a huge factor, which is luck. Even some of my best trades, I will not even lie to you, they were somewhat gambles, and I did the research, I followed specific strategies, but a lot of the times it is going to be a 50-50 or maybe even like a 60-40, and you're really just banking and hoping that it will go up. And a lot of people will point back at their past wins and they will tell you, they knew it, they called it, when in reality, a lot of the times that just simply isn't true. It's just hindsight bias. So that's another thing to keep in mind. So for example, I see a lot of people on Twitter and even YouTube showing off how much money they made, and they said, I called it because of XYZ, when in reality, it could have gone both ways, and it just so happened that they made money on this specific trade. So that is another point that I did want to emphasize. There is a big, huge factor of luck in the NFT space, and a lot of the times it is quite a gamble. The next thing that I did briefly want to talk about is going to be taking profits. And if you are jumping into the NFT space and you are here for the money, which I'm sure 99% of you guys are, you have to take profits. A lot of people have a hard time selling and they get really attached to their NFT, and even if you're up 10x or 20x, I fall into this trap myself. I still hold on because I think it has a little bit more to go. Oh, I can get 5% more out of my NFT. Oh, I can get 10% more. When in reality, you're up hundreds to thousands or tens of thousands of dollars and you refuse to sell your JPEG. It's almost crazy when you think about it. I'm not quite sure what the psychology is behind this, but you need to take profits if you are going to make money in the NFT space. And a lot of these trades are going to be short to mid-term, and I would recommend you guys don't necessarily almost hold anything long term unless you really believe in the project and if it gives utility to you. Furthermore, a lot of the project's utility that they do talk about just doesn't simply exist, or people just simply don't care. And you can see this time and time again. I covered this in some past YouTube videos. For example, when the Cool Cats delivered their game, they tanked. When the Cyberkongs delivered their game, they tanked. And no one actually cares about this play to earn thing that everyone is super hyped about, because it just doesn't make sense at the current moment. I do think NFTs and play to earn will be a huge thing in the future. However, right now it just doesn't make sense. And I personally think that we're in a dot-com bubble or something similar to that nature, and a lot of these NFTs are overvalued. For example, a lot of the NFTs that have a really high floor price don't have any utility at all. For example, Goblin Town was a great example of this. I think they ran to around 8 Ethereum, which is absolutely insane. So a lot of people in the NFT market will scream, a project needs utility, a project needs XYZ, when that just simply isn't the case. And a lot of people, most of the time, just don't really care, and that's okay. At the end of the day, most people are here to make money, and that's just how it is, and you just have to come to accept that. So I'm not overall bearish on NFTs at all. That is not the point of this video. I just wanted to give a lot of people a reality check on the NFT space. It's not easy to make money. There's a ton of luck involved, and nobody talks about their losses. So if you're down, or if you lost a little bit of money, don't feel bad about yourself, and trust me, you're not the only one who's not making a ton of money. I would say a lot of people aren't. So in the near future, where do I see the NFT market going? So I've been talking about this on the channel for quite some time, but I do believe if the macro economy does collapse, or if it does crash even harder, I do think that the NFT bubble will eventually go down quite a bit, and we can see a huge undercutting period, which is quite unfortunate, to be honest. However, I have been trading NFTs for around a year now, and this is probably the worst bear period that I have seen, and I do think that it could possibly get worse if we don't have a catalyst that can really boost us up there, and if we don't have a token airdrop coming up soon, I also don't think that we will see a ton of NFT volume come into the market again. So I guess the point of this video and the message I did want to get across is, make sure if you're going into the NFT market, you don't invest too much money into it, and you don't basically leverage. There's a lot of risk involved, and a lot of the things are unknown. A lot of people will like to say, they're experts and they know every single thing about NFTs, but that's just not true. Everyone is learning. There's a huge luck factor involved, as I keep stating. So don't feel like you're the guy left out who, is losing money in the market. So a lot of you guys are going to probably be thinking that I don't like the NFT space at all. Now, these are just some issues and things, I would want to know if I was getting involved in the NFT market. And I do think that there were some valuable tips in here. I know a lot of people are going to be pissed at me for the stuff that I am saying, but this is just how I honestly feel, and these are just my honest opinions. Overall, I do think NFTs are going to be the future, and I do think that there's going to be a ton of use cases for them. But for the time being, it is quite a bubble in my personal opinion, and a lot of these prices don't really reflect the actual value that you're currently getting. So again, I just wanted to emphasize, be careful in the NFT market. I know you hear it time and time again, and I say it on the channel, or don't invest anything that you can't afford to lose, and that is true. And I think a lot of people are kind of starting to realize that as stocks, crypto, and NFTs are going down. So make sure you guys are being safe. Make sure you guys practice safe investing. And the NFT market is great. It's a lot of fun. You can meet a ton of new people, but it's also not fun losing money. So make sure you guys are being safe. And if I could just save one person from losing money, through this video, I think that'd be great. So if you guys did enjoy this, please make sure to click the like button and subscribe down below. These are just my current thoughts on the NFT market and some of the issues and some tips that I have for you guys. And I think that if I saw a video like this when I first started buying NFTs, this would help me tremendously. So I'll catch you in the next video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and peace.